This is my 2005 DR650. I got this from an auction out here in Hood River, Oregon. They had it for $100. So took a gamble and paid $100 for it. I was chasing some issues and I found that there was no spark. So I got the bike and it had the ignition, had a screwdriver in it. So tested everything. I tested all my electronics, CDI, stator, neutral sending unit. I checked everything on this bike to make sure I didn't have any faults. And what I came to find was you can buy these ignitions off of eBay for like $20 or something. And what you need to do with this ignition is you need to come in. Oh, it's all covered by my gas tank, unfortunately. But your wiring loom is going to come in right here. You're going to have a green pigtail that plugs into your ignition. So your wiring loom is going to come across. You're going to have a green plug-in right here, roughly in that area. And that green plug-in is going to pigtail up to your ignition here. So what you need to do, in order to, if you're having a no spark issue, and everything tests out, your CDI tests out, your ignition coil tests out, your stator tests out, everything testing fine. And if you're going with this aftermarket ignition, they don't come with a 100 ohm resistor in them. So what you need to do is your wiring loom is going to come in here, green pigtail. Ignition is going to plug in to the green pigtail. After your ignition's plugged in, you're going to have a orange yellow and a black white. You need to cut those two wires that are coming from your ignition. You need to cut them 2 or 3 inches after your connection up in here. And what you need to do is you need to take a resistor, a 100 ohm resistor, which you can get off of Amazon for like $2 or $3. Yeah, right here. So you need to add one of these resistors. This is a 100 ohm. It's got to be 1 watt, 100 ohm. It's exactly what you need right here. And you just take these resistors. You take one of these, and you're going to connect one end here to black white, and you're going to connect one end here to orange yellow. Now it's going to look like, let's see if I can find my other ignition. Maybe I threw it away already. But what you're going to have is essentially this plug-in coming off your ignition. This is the wrong one, obviously. This is for my, oh, right here. Boom, here we go. Perfecto. So this is the OEM one that I had. And as you can tell, a screwdriver went through it. And inside the ignition barrel, there's a 100 ohm resistor. So what you got to do when you get the aftermarket one is you got to cut this orange, yellow. Let's see right here. There it is. Oh, you got an orange, yellow in there, and you got a black and white. So you have to cut that up here. Give yourself plenty of room. And you have to go orange, yellow, 100 ohm resistor, black, white, and it has to go back. Because what that does is trigger your CDI to fire and give you spark. Now I'm making this video because I spent 2 weeks trying to find out why I had no spark. I tested CDIs, I tested stator, I got replacement CDIs, I got replacement stator, I got a replacement ignition coil, and everything tested out. And first thing I purchased was this $20 Chinese ignition. Now it works. I mean, you get power. Everything works. Everything's connected. Make sure I'm in neutral here. But I mean, everything works. Besides the fact that you're not having any spark, everything else will work. And you need to take this orange yellow, and it's got to be going this way because the power is going to come in from your CDI, and on the OEM it's going to go up here. It's going to get a resistor. It's going to hit the resistor, and it's going to fire back into the CDI to tell it to spark. Now if you don't have that resistor, it's just gonna, the CDI is not going to communicate with your ignition, so you're not going to get any spark. So it needs to go wiring loom to your ignition plug-in, and you need to cut your orange yellow wire and your black white wire up here, and you need to add that resistor to go back into the CDI. The wires coming down from this side you can just tape up. They don't need to do anything. But that resistor just goes back, sends a signal back to your CDI to tell it to spark. And after 2 weeks of just getting so frustrated and about ready to give up on this thing, I got a spark. And yeah, oh, I probably should have done that because I got some RTV setting up right there. I'm trying to fix an oil leak on this thing, but $100 from the tow yard. Took the gamble. Runs great. Sounds great. It's only got 15K on it. And I had a no spark issue, and that's what I had to do. That was my troubleshooting procedure. I have all information on CDI testing and bench testing and stator and numbers that you need to look for if you have any questions. But yeah, if you're fighting a no spark issue on a Suzuki DR650, I think these are 96 up to 24. These are still current. Everything's the same. And you're replacing the ignition because it got stolen, which these often do. I have 2 of them. Both of them have had a screwdriver drilled through the ignition, and they have been stolen and recovered. So if that's what you're fighting, that's what you need to do. All right, I hope it helps, and it saves you a fucking headache, unlike it did me. So, yep, there you go. No spark DR650.